Hi, and welcome to preparation for the 22 final team meeting. So, this is where we're going to talk about just what is going to happen on Tuesday, May 3rd. So, what we're going to do is make sure that everybody is helping set the team up for success for next season. All team members will be able to contribute to team success by reflecting on the season and then compiling and completing some tasks that are pretty important. We are going to start in photography as always with the full team meeting. We'll have some information that we want to go over that's going to be pretty critical. So this will probably fill out a little bit more beyond the welcome. Following that, we're going to go to some breakout sessions. During the breakout sessions, we're going to break out into some different pieces. We're actually going to change this to a rookie overview. And talk about a couple of different groups because we want to really start to hit that improvement cycle for next year. And that's going to be important with data-driven decision making. So we're going to have all of the different teams go through and break out. So we're going to have scouting discussions, pit discussions, competition team discussions, PR, and PR is going to also include media and judging conversations, and then that rookie overview piece. What we're going to do is we're going to have a couple of different mentors lead that and make sure that everybody stays on task with regards to keeping that time window taken care of. For the breakout sessions, what we're going to be doing is going through, in this case, this would be a presentation that's going to be shared out with the mentors, as well as a couple of students that are going to have access to this. This document was something that we've used in the past. It's been cleaned up a little bit to benefit what we're doing this year. But basically, this document is going to allow us to capture what's going on with World Championships in terms of scouting, but it could also go beyond World Championships into competition season. We've got to reflect on what we're doing, what we've done well, what we need to do better. And so we're going to capture, where things were with the content area. So in this case, this is a template. So you're going to put in scouting here. Tell a story about experiences that need to be handled, maybe more. Some top 5 skills that we need to look at to make it to make it sure that we're making a robust scouting system in this case. But obviously, like we did over here, we're going to be talking about pit operations, competition team, and that PR piece. One thing that we are also going to do is we're going to be taking a look at the overall season from a rookie's perspective. We've just completed one of the largest rookie onboardings ever. And honestly, that's one of the reasons that we were selected for Engineering Inspiration. So we want to come back and check in with a large group of rookies and see how we did with, making sure rookies did well here. What are some stories that we can do? What are some skills that we really should focus on to make rookies feel like they're engaging more quickly? Or did we do it right or did we do it wrong? We may have done a really good job. We may have done a really poor job. We need to know this so that we can not repeat any mistakes and, of course, focus on the things that we have done well. So any suggestions, expectations, and goals. This is something that exists in all of the presentations. So this is an example. A suggestion would be, a suggestion, an expectation, and a goal. So this helps the next year student leads know some things that we're going to be doing next year, as well as mentors understand what we need to do next year from a suggestion, an expectation, and from a goal. So you can read these through in terms of what's going on, what we've kind of used as an example. But obviously, we're looking for more of those from each of the areas. So as rookies, what are some suggestions, expectations, and goals that we should have moving forward? If you're looking at our scouting, what are some suggestions, expectations, and goals that we should have for improving our scouting system moving forward? We're going to have templates and takeaways for all of these areas, and we just want to make sure that everybody is capturing and getting that taken care of. So that's going to take place from 6:15 to 6:50. Obviously, people will have some access and can throw in some ideas after the fact, but we want to make sure that those are the things that we're taking care of and getting captured in the moment. And it's not as scary for people who are really focused on those things because it's a shared experience. So it doesn't have to be one-on-one pieces, but we were looking for consensus in terms of things that we can be doing. After we get done with the breakout sessions and getting done at around 6:50, we want to make sure that we're transitioning and getting to the cleanup phase. we are not going to be meeting again for this season, and seniors are going to be basically, this is going to be your last team meeting. And so we want to make sure that we're clear on getting things cleaned up with scouting, making sure that the cave is somewhat organized. There's a lot of stuff that needs to just be taken care of. So if you're looking for a job, getting some things taken care of with cave, we're going to have some assignments with these things, but the control room needs to be taken care of. And of course the trailer needs to be emptied. We're going to move all of the trailer features into either the control room or into the cave, but that's going to take place after we get some things kind of sorted out and cleaned out into those to make sure that there's room and space available for those things, because we're not going to be coming back for meetings until we get to our summer sessions. The final part, the last 15 minutes, we're going to go over some pieces with regards to the banquet. We're going to talk about exit interviews and how that process is going to be updated and changed just a little bit for May 16th and 17th, because we classically have exit interviews to make sure that every student has the opportunity to share their experience on an individual one-on-one basis with a teacher. We're going to talk about the presidential elections, the vice presidential interview pieces, and then our summer sessions, as well as a summer COG that will be taking place at Glen Hills with a computer lab piece to get some things done there. We will be assigning people. So right here, PIT operations, the lead mentors, the people who will be leading the conversation are going to be, in this case, Mr. Galkey and Mr. Wood. And then we have the students that are going to be associated with the group for PIT operations. You're going to be taking care of this in the control room. We'll have a couple of students that are in part that'll be taking and leading the conversation for each of these groups. So for scouting, we're going to have Mr. Rector, Mr. Wallander, you're going to be taking some scouting analysts, those types of people. You're going to be in scouting. You're going to talk about reviewing the processes for competition worlds, as well as then we're going to go down to Ms. Barnett and Ms. Wood. You're going to be leading our judging media public relations when we have our students there. And then our rookie year people, you're going to be meeting with Mr. Savagian and Mr. Fro, and you're going to be going over some of those pieces for the Rapid React season, and you're going to be meeting in the fabrication lab. So we're going to be going through this. We're going to make sure that we kind of broken up the team, gotten as much information as we possibly can, and really hopefully honed in on creating the best outcome for the team. So that way, next year, we are in a better position to improve on all of the areas that we were already doing well, but also not losing or falling back on things that we are doing well. So we want to make sure we're capturing that, we're embodying that, and we're making sure that everybody feels like they're engaged with the team as we move forward towards our summer sessions, and then into version 11.0 for next season. If you have any questions, reach out to the teacher mentors. Otherwise, looking forward to seeing everybody on May 3rd, Tuesday from 6 to 8.